There is a recording circulating in the darkest corners of the internet that should make every geopolitical observer stop and listen. The voice belongs to Liu Zhenli, a member of China's Central Military Commission and the Chief of the Joint Staff. For months he was a ghost. Now he has resurfaced in a leaked private conversation with an old comrade, and his first words are chillingly revealing. He says, "Brothers, I am under house arrest. There are people watching me outside, but I'm okay. I wasn't beaten during the investigation." I need to make that clear first. Think about that for a second. One of the highest-ranking generals in the world's largest military considers it a win that he wasn't physically tortured by his own government. The story he tells sounds less like a military briefing and more like a political thriller. It began on January 20th, 2026. Liu was in his car, heading to the Central Party School for a high-level seminar. Suddenly, the routine commute turned into an ambush. On the Beijing Ring Road, several unmarked black SUVs roared out of nowhere, swerving to box his car in, a classic pincer movement executed not on a battlefield, but in the heart of the capital. Special agents from the Military Commission for Discipline Inspection stepped out and presented an order. Liu says his mind went blank. He didn't resist. He couldn't. He was swallowed by the very system he helped build. The interrogation that followed had one singular target: General Zhang Yuxia. The questions were relentless. What is your secret relationship with Zhang? Did he personally install you as chief of staff? Are you his co-conspirator? Liu's recorded defense is a masterclass in military logic meeting political paranoia. He told them, "He was my direct superior. Every report I made went through him, because that is the system. How could I bypass the vice chairman to go directly to the chairman? That would be the real violation." He even challenged them. "If you have evidence of a mutiny, line me up and shoot me now." Then, the mystery deepened. The questioning suddenly stopped. No conclusions, no charges. He was simply sent home and told to stay silent. But the real bombshell came after his release. Liu learned that Zhang Yuxia, a man he described as physically stronger and more robust than himself, had reportedly died while under investigation. There has been no official announcement. No state funeral. Just a void where one of the most powerful men in China used to be. Liu sounds shaken in the recording, stating clearly that he does not believe Zhang was corrupt or a traitor. He warns of a terrifying pattern. To ruin an army, you must first ruin its generals. Now, let's look at the reality behind this drama. The irony is almost too sharp to handle. China spends billions projecting an image of a Great Wall of Steel, yet its top brass are being picked off like characters in a low-budget mob movie. We are witnessing a military where the greatest threat to a 4-star general isn't a foreign adversary. It's a black SUV on the morning commute. When your chief of staff's primary mission is surviving an interrogation without being beaten, and your vice chairman disappears into a memory hole, you have to ask, who is this military actually built to fight? If the chairman responsibility system has become a chairman survival system, the internal rot is deeper than any external observer realized. The high-level purges we've seen following the recent NPC sessions suggest that this recording isn't just a rumor. It's a eulogy for professional military command. A military that spends more energy watching its own shadow than watching the horizon isn't a superpower. It's a hostage situation. If this is how they treat their heroes of the revolution, one can only imagine the morale of the soldiers standing in the ranks. As Liu Zhenli put it, this is not a good sign. That might be the understatement of the century. Would you like me to analyze the specific shifts in official state media appearances that align with these dates, to see if the unusual changes Liu mentioned hold up under scrutiny?